Hey, what's up everybody, Nexel here. Today we are playing Kingdom Hearts Union Cross, and this is going to be kind of a lazy video. I have like a hodgepodge of stuff that I want to talk about. So first things first, it is the end of the month, meaning that it is time to collect my present box jewels. So pretty much any sort of presents we get, any sort of daily logins that we do, I keep them all in here because I don't want to spend them. I want to save them for pretty much right before they expire, and then I just get this huge lump sum of jewels. It prevents me from just spending recklessly, and it's just overall just good for me. It's kind of how I save jewels. So we've got like quite a few things. So minus the daily logins, I actually haven't collected my sweepstakes jewels. Kind of wanted to see how far this goes, but maybe I'll just reference this video in the future and kind of see where that leads to. We got the Donald pouches. We've got from this month a maintenance that happened on June 13th. What else did we get? We have 2 weeks of Charithi jewels in there. We have the Rex dolls from the Toy Story 4 release. We also have a maintenance that happened on June 27th. That was the really big maintenance, followed by the 3,000 jewels from the Reflect maintenance. So that's pretty cool. And that's about it for me. So right now we are sitting at 6,890 jewels, and after collecting all of these guys, let me make sure I have that first screenshot up here. So after collecting all of these guys, we are going to be, and I want to do the math because it sounds more impactful when I tell you exactly how much jewels I had stored in here. All right, so we'll hit collect all. And we are sitting at 16,990. So we had 10,100 jewels chilling in our presents box, and that was just jewels I didn't want to have access to. So right now I am sitting actually in a pretty comfortable spot because I have those jewels, and then I have the avatar board jewels. So these guys right here, these are each, I believe, 5,000 jewels a pop. So if I wanted to, I could pretty much almost get the new Kingdom Hearts 3 Kairi B. Kind of iffy about it right now. I still kind of want to see how it plays out. But that leads me into the next talk, which is going to be just a quick thought on Kingdom Hearts 3 Kairi B. So first of all, it is a Kairi attack medal. It is not a Kairi buffing medal. It does have some buffs to it. So if we go all the way down here, so it does have some buffs to it. In terms of just regular buffs that everyone is accustomed to, it's increasing general strength, upright strength, and PSM strength by 10. It increases special attack bonus by 200, which is almost sort of irrelevant because more often than not, you've got supernova attacks that boost it by 250, if not higher. The big thing that makes it new is going to be, for 1 turn, increases upright metal strength by 500. Now, I need to actually have the metal to kind of run some tests on it. The things that I want to know about it are, 1, does it increase the metal strength of the metal pre-multiplier, so before the Keyblade slot or after the Keyblade slot? So what I mean by that is, for example, so Fairy Stars right here, I have a 6.64 multiplier here, and the strength of this guy right here is 20,063. Now, does the 500 strength come before being multiplied by the 6.64 multiplier, or does it come after it? Because if it becomes before the multiplier, it actually increases your strength by 500 times 6.64, which is a lot bigger than if the buff gave it after doing all the math for it. So at the very end, if it just slapped on 500 extra attack, yes, it's kind of cool. It's a nice new mechanic, but if it works that way, it's just not nearly as pumped up as I would think it would be. The big thing about Kairi B is that when you use her supernova attack, let's go back down to Kairi B. When you use the supernova attack, it increases the upright metal strength by 5,000, and that is pretty substantial considering that the Roxas medal, Kingdom Hearts 3 Roxas, boasted a very powerful 30,000 strength. Now, with this plus 5,000, it actually brings up a lot of different medals from 25,000 up to the 30,000 that Roxas was bolstered at. So it's pretty much a nice 1 turn usage. So if you're running into a fight that has multiple enemies, you want to save this one for, you want to save the supernova attack for pretty much the hardest group of enemies that you have to go through. So that pretty much applies to like high score challenges, gauntlet events, events where you have to just challenge multiple groups of Heartless. You want to save this for that round, but it could also be useful in like Coliseum, because you're usually only fighting one group in Coliseum. If you're fighting multiple groups, could run into sort of a sticky scenario, but again, you're using it on the one group that you're having a really hard time with, and then you boost everything by 5,000 strength. If that's 5,000 strength before adding the Keyblade multiplier, you're just crazy multiplying all your upright metal strength. So that's honestly really cool. It gives plus 280%, which is a good special attack bonus plus, as opposed to the pretty much current standard for everyone right now, which is plus 250%. And then it also decreases target's defense, general defense, the upright defense, and PSM defense by 7. It doesn't affect counts, which is good. But my big beef with this medal, and it's just kind of a thing they've been doing that kind of just irks me a little bit, is that upright blue needs to have buffs that give pretty much perfect upright buffs from there on out. So when I use my fairy stars, almost 90% of the time, this slot is occupied by Supernova HC Aqua. And the reason for that is that HC Aqua gives plus 8 upright strength and then decreases the target's upright defense by 15. And when you look at Supernova Kairi, the Kingdom Hearts 3 Kairi, it only brings up your upright strength to 7, and it only brings the enemy's upright defense to 7. So pretty much putting the Aqua here makes it sort of perfect. It perfects out the buffs and debuffs so that it's plus 15 upright strength and minus 15 upright defense. For some reason, I just haven't seen a lot of upright blue medals that are able to bring up your Keyblade setup to plus 15 upright strength and give the enemy minus 15 upright defense, minus pretty much Monster Sora, but that's only single target, whereas Supernova HC Aqua hits all targets. So I don't know why they haven't been doing that. They didn't do it with this Kairi either, because the Kairi only gives plus 7 upright strength. So right there, upright, oh, I'm sorry, no, it gives plus 10 upright strength, so that makes the upright strength perfect, but the enemies still have minus 8 upright defense that needs to be compensated for from the Kingdom Hearts 3 Kairi. And this medal, for sure, does not replace Kingdom Hearts 3 Kairi A, because Kingdom Hearts 3 Kairi A restores gauges, it clears status effects, it recovers HP, so it's very, very useful. This is definitely more of an attacking Kairi medal. Just a few more things to talk about here. One, its animation is apparently the same as every single Kairi medal that's come out, which is like Nature's Flavor, and Nature's Favor? But pretty much it's the same animation. I'm just like, ugh. Can't you give her like a cool new metal animation? Like Kairi medals, everyone looks forward to them. And then it's just like, you're just going to give her the same animation she's had for the past 800 years. So I kind of wish they gave her like a new attacking animation where like she uses her Keyblade and like does multiple different types of like magic attacks or something like that. Like, this is just a mini side rant for me, but they really messed up Kingdom Hearts 3 because they had the opportunity to make Kairi really, really cool. And then they just made her, like, awful. They made her like Sakura from Naruto, and I'm not a really big fan of that. Like, she had the awesome potential to be, like, a Final Fantasy Red Mage type, where she's, like, the only Keyblade wielder, maybe with Aqua, that's able to cast, like, the Za spells, so, like, Faraza or Stop Za or stuff like that, and instead, they just super nerf her and make her not super strong, and it's just like, why did she go into the Hyperbolic Time Chamber with Lee if, like, they were just gonna make her not good? Like, I don't know. Personal rant, they could have made Kairi a lot better. They could have made this Kairi a little bit better, but it is still a good medal, in my personal opinion. Alright, to continue on with this sort of lazy-esque video. So, I hope you did this. I almost forgot. If you accumulated any VIP coins, even if you don't have these medals, make sure to collect the traits, because I had 90 VIP coins and I was like, oh shoot, I don't have Kingdom Hearts 3 Roxas. I do have the Illustrated Aqua A and the Illustrated Ventus A. I don't have them Supernova Plus quite yet, but the traits do stack in your inventory now, so I hope everyone collected this. By the time I upload this, it might be a little bit too late for people. But now I just have 9 Roxas ones just stacked up, ready to go if I ever pull into Kingdom Hearts 3 Roxas. So make sure you use those VIP coins because they do expire pretty much in like an hour, unfortunately. I wish I got this out earlier, but I just got back from a road trip. So I hope you did that. Another thing is that this notice I am a big fan of. Now, this is something that people talked about when they talked about Fire Emblem Heroes, is that they gave out a schedule saying this is when certain things are coming out. If you want to save, by all means do that then, and then this will be here, we'll have events here, and it's like the more predictability we get to this game, the better we can kind of forecast where we want to spend our jewels, where we want to allocate our resources. So I really like this because they're pretty much saying, hey, here's a few things coming up. If you want to save from the moment we give this notice out, that's on you, and I'm a big fan for it. So based on the recent feedback that we collected, first of all, where was this feedback survey? Second of all, where are the jewels that we're going to get for it? We have decided to release the details of the new medals coming in July. Please take a look in advance to look through the details and then plan in advance. Does it say, please take a moment to look through the details so that you can plan in advance? Alright, so here's a few that are coming our way. So we have on July 1st, Supernova Kingdom Hearts 3 Xion. Again, that's going to be sort of like the Kairi, except a little bit worse because pretty much you want to use like the greatest fairy star setup that you can use. And this Kingdom Hearts 3 Xion, it's going to go on the second slot of fairy stars, meaning that you have to either put Kingdom Hearts 3 Xion on the first slot, or I'm sorry, Supernova HD Xion on the first slot in order to help buff this one, or you have to put like Kairi there in order to buff the upright blue medal that's going to be on the third slot. So let's go here. Be easy to show you guys. So pretty much you would want the Kingdom Hearts 3 Xion on this slot right here, but the problem is that you need to pre-buff before getting here, because remember that Kingdom Hearts 3 Xion, just like Kingdom Hearts 3 Kairi B, does not provide maximum buffs. So you need to buff here with something. So preferably people keep the Kairi here because she gets the multiplier for being upright red. But if you put the HD Xion there like that, yeah, that's sort of a way to buff Xion, which would be here. Again, you're going to be missing minus 15 reverse defense buff on the enemy. So sort of not a fan of it. I mean, I'm sure they're going to find a way to make it useful, but is it going to be useful forever is really the question. Alright, so that's what it looks like. Super cool. It is pretty much from the final world in Kingdom Hearts 3. I won't spoil any further than that because they pretty much spoiled that Xion's coming back with this medal. Like, they pretty much spoiled it. But we will not delve any further than that. This is where I'm just like, man, why you gotta hurt me like this? So, of course, there is another Aqua Medal, and as all you know, if you've been keeping up with my channel, if there's an Aqua Medal, we have to go for it. By principle, we have to go for Aqua Medals, because Aqua's awesome. So, the nice thing about this Aqua is that it actually kind of gives people the ability to test out this Strength Plus buff that they're trying to give out. So it's not nearly as good as Kairi, because Kairi B gives 500, and then the Supernova gives 5,000, pretty much to all upright medals. And then this one only gives magic medals strength plus 1,500. So that's good, because for magic medals, it gives you like a whole boost. So if we're looking at Diamond Dust, if we're looking at Counterpoint, if we're looking at 3 Wishes, all medals on there are going to be magic, so they will all benefit from this here. It also comes with a slew of upright buffs, but again, it's not giving perfect upright buffs because the enemy is still going to have no upright, or I'm sorry, if you use Kingdom Hearts 3 Kairi, it's going to be -7 upright buff, or upright debuff, but then this doesn't add anything to that. So again, this medal is going to go here for some people, but it's not going to provide too much use if you're not having perfect debuffs by that point. So kind of an unfortunate, weird scenario that we're in, where you're not getting perfect debuffs for upright or reverse with like the setups they're trying to give us right now. Alright, let's go back here. But yeah, the Aqua Medal, super excited for it. It's going to be in VIP, so I guess we got to buy VIP this week. I'm looking forward to seeing how this deal works out. Like, is it 3,000 jewels to get 5 traits for it? I'm not really sure. Not looking forward to that. Kind of hope it came in the VIP deal, but it's okay. That's fine. So let's keep going. I hope they also make the medal in the pool, like, so that free-to-play players can get her, because that's kind of messed up. If it's going to be a VIP only medal, like, it introduces a new mechanic, it gives people the ability to test it out, but I also think it should be available to free-to-play players, because I am sure there are free-to-play players like me who, not like me, free-to-play players out there who, like me, want to get Aqua medals. So I hope they make this available, and it's got a maximum strength of 30,000. That is what they boosted the Kingdom Hearts 3 Roxas at. So, like, that's a really high maximum strength. But yeah, I hope they make that available. Pretty decent multiplier here. Hits all targets. It's a bunch of good stuff. There's a lot of good things happening with this Aqua. Now, this is the part that kind of threw me off, is that they mention up here that Supernova Kingdom Hearts 3 Terra and Supernova Kingdom Hearts 3 Ventus are going to be introduced. I'm sure it's just the same effect as this Aqua here, but for power and speed respectively. But I wish they kind of had it, you know what I mean? Like, how are you going to say, like, hey, we're going to give you the opportunity to plan for the future, but we're only going to give you as minimal details as possible. So I kind of wish they gave us that heads up, because, like, a month honestly isn't even enough time to save jewels to do a 10 mercy pull. Like, you have to do a lot of crazy jewel hunting, or you have to buy a lot of VIP in order to do a 10 mercy pull. So I kind of wish they gave us the medal details so we could be like, oh shoot, this is coming. So we need to be able to have that information in order to plan appropriately like the game wants us to. All right, what is next on my list? So next, I want to talk about avatar boards real quick. So just as a friendly reminder to all of you, these are going away. It's okay, because these kind of suck, to be honest with you. The ones that are the best are going to be the Birth by Sleep trio, in my opinion, and then potentially the Terra, if you pulled into it. But remember that these avatar boards are going away, and just a quick update on them. They are 3 Attack Boost 9 max skills. Attack Boost 9 max gauge 0, Attack Boost 9 max gauge 1, and Attack Boost 9 max just flat out. That is ridiculous. You get 3 9 max skills for 2,500 jewels, and then you're getting a bunch of extra cool stuff. Fantasia Mickey B's, Speed Gems, you are getting the Balloon Aliens, which adds critical hit perk, which can be actually sort of important because critical hit can definitely do some extra damage when you need it to in things like Coliseum, in things like high score challenges. So critical hit perk is actually pretty sweet, and it also gives you a skill perk one for the Jessie one, so that's pretty cool. Plus 10 skill perk is not anything to laugh at. So these avatar boards are great. I would recommend at least picking one up, because if you're not running Attack Boost 9 max at this point, you're sort of falling behind, because Attack Boost 10 max is coming around, and you need to keep up to date with your skills, otherwise you're getting not the whole amount that you could be. You could be doing more damage if you just added a better skill to the medal. And these skills are guaranteed, whereas pulls are never really guaranteed. So remember that skills are guaranteed in the avatar boards. If you spend 2,500 jewels, this is exactly what you're getting. And remember that guarantees in this game are the best. That is the best way to go, because you know exactly what you are getting for your money. So these are definitely worth it. I am for sure going to pick up one of them because I need these 9 max skills, but definitely consider it. Instead of doing a pull, because this is actually a little bit cheaper than a pull, and you know exactly what you're getting out of it. Alright, one last thing before we go do one free pull from the free tickets that we got. So right now I am chilling at 85th place in PvE. I did end up having the reflect mechanism work for me that everyone's been talking about. Damo talked about it, D-Legend talked about it, so it's a pretty sweet thing to do. So maybe I'll hit top 100 this month, who knows. Right now I'm sitting at 909 in PvP. Doesn't really matter, because PvP this week is all blue, and it's pretty much like if you have anti-aqua, you win. So even defensively, like, I don't have Blitzworm Sora, I don't have Kingdom Hearts 3 Zeus, so I have no means of countering an aqua setup, so I'm not even going to worry about PvP this week. And that wraps it up for all the miscellaneous stuff I wanted to talk about. Hopefully that was helpful to some people. Last thing is going to be, we are going to do one free pull off this ticket draw, and the fact that this ticket draw is around for 31 days makes me think that at some point they are going to make more tickets available. So in the past, these tickets have been available through events. They've been available through high score challenges. They've been available through avatar boards. So you exchange your, what's it called? Avatar coins, which a lot of people have accumulated. If you've been with the game long enough, you have an excess of avatar coins. So they allow you to spend those avatar coins on draw tickets. So the fact that there's a whole month left on this means that you're probably gonna run into more down the line. Luckily, right off the bat, if you complete at least one quest, you are getting, for sure, 100 draw tickets. So that is super sweet. It's essentially 10 free pulls. And remember, when we talked about the free pulls, they are free. There is nothing to complain about, because it's pretty much like, hey, you're going to get 10 free things, and if they suck, you can sell them, and if they rock, that's fantastic. So it is free stuff. Free stuff is never a bad thing. Never, ever, ever, unless it's something like they're giving you a virus, or they're like, hey, we're going to give you a free slap to the face, which I really don't think is something that they're able to do. So, free pulls, always cool. For me personally, I am not going to do all 10 of them instantaneously, because I have a problem with pulling in this game. So, I want to kind of spread it out for those moments where I'm just like, you know what? I'm feeling a pull. Let's do a pull. So I'm going to save it for those moments where I feel like I just want to do it, but I don't want to spend jewels on like banners like this. So that is going to be my plan. I am sorry for people that were hoping I would just do all 10 at the same time, but I'm going to spread them out a little bit. All right, with that being said, let's do our first 10 ticket draw and hope we get Angelic Amber, because we still need Angelic Amber. Please, game, give us Angelic Amber. Alright, don't tell me if there's 7 stars, but I'm hoping there's 2 of them. Alright, here we go. 3, 2, 1. No! Okay. Alright, so we have... Well, we did... Nope. Nope, we only have 1 7-star. Alright, so we have 1 7-star. This is actually a pretty bad pull. We got a hero for trait. We have an Alette for trait. We have a Kingdom Hearts 3 Dark Side for trait, technically, because we actually still have the Kingdom Hearts 3 Dark Side. And then we have, actually, which is pretty cool, a 7-star HD Xion EX. When this medal first came out, I was looking forward to it so much, but I didn't get it. So it's pretty dope to have it right now. It looks like we are getting Supernova on it, or I'm sorry, Regular Nova on it. So that's pretty sweet that I was able to get that. And honestly, I'm so dissatisfied with that. We are going to run it again. We run it back because we've got 9 more free pulls. So please give us... All right. Hit him up with the no-looker. We're going to get it right here. We're going to get 2 tier 9s. Maybe just 1, but we'll see. 3, 2, 1. Nuts. Okay. All right. I think we call it here because we got 8 more free draws. Do we call it here? Is that really what we want to do? It's not what we want to do. 1 more. All right. Oh my gosh. See, this is exactly what I mean. It's like I pull once and then I just keep... Oh my gosh. The game crashed. What happened? The game just crashed. Okay. Oh, please tell me that still went through. Oh gosh. All right. So the game's random stat generator should have already generated the medals, but we're not going to get a screenshot, is essentially what it means. Oh, this makes it more anticipatory because I have to go into my medals list and then see what I got. This is like no-lookering to the max because we can't even see. All right, here we go. So we are going to go sort by newest. These are all tier 2s. Why is it like this? Oh, is it sort? Okay, all right, here we go. Oh, feels bad, fam. That one was actually the worst one. So all we got out of that one was a 7-star Baymax and a Prime Yuffie. Oh boy. All right, that was bad. All right, well, we cut it here because... Actually, is that it? So we got 10 here, 10 here, 10 here. Yeah, we cut it here because otherwise we're just going to keep pulling and that's bad for us. So we did 3 ticket draw pulls, with that last pull being Pain and Panic, the Zexion, the Axel, the Flotsam and Jetsam, Ansem, Ventus, Prime Yuffie, Megara, Pence, and the Baymax. So we stop here because, again, we need to save those pulls for those moments, like right now, where I feel like being spontaneous about it. So with that being said, that is the end of this video. Thank you all so much for watching. If there are any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to drop them down in the comments below, and I'd be happy to answer when I have the time. But as always, everyone, until next time, take it easy.